The story is set in the year 1281, and Japan sends its bravest samurai across the sea to face the invading Mongol army. Before the battle can begin, a huge tsunami destroys the enemy fleet and also annihilates the Japanese forces. All the warriors die, except for one. A samurai named Riku regains consciousness on the shore of an unknown island, with a sharp piece of wood stuck in his leg. Barely able to move, Riku drags himself along with a rope and notices what appears to be the lifeless body of a young boy. To his amazement, the boy suddenly gets up and runs away. Riku realizes he is hallucinating. Using the broken remains of his sword, he pulls the piece of wood out of his leg, bandages the wound, and limps along the shore in search of help or water. As night falls, his water supply runs out, so he takes refuge in a cave. Once again, the boy appears, leading Riku into the forest, only to disappear. The child is a vision of one of Riku's two sons, whose memories haunt him. The next morning, the hallucinations continue, this time taking the form of his wife. When he sees what appears to be his wife's body on the beach, this vision also fades, confirming that his mind is betraying him. Exhausted by grief and despair, Riku hears the voices of his family and almost gives up, deciding to dive into the sea. At that moment, however, the voices stop, and in the distance, he sees a mountain that resembles Mount Fuji. That familiar sight restores his will to live. He gathers logs, carrying them with him, and finds a magnificent waterfall. With renewed enthusiasm, he sharpens his broken blade, hunts for food, and even creates ink with charcoal and water. With a stick and strands of hair, he creates a brush and writes a haiku, preserving his identity as a samurai. As the days pass, his wounds heal, and although memories of his family still pain him, his determination grows stronger. Finally, Riku climbs the mountain and builds a ritual torii gate. Preparing for an honorable death, he leaves a final message stating that pain has sustained his life, while love will sustain him in death. Just as he prepares to commit seppuku, the island's natives destroy the gate, capture him, and tie him up. Riku is transported by boat to a settlement where a masked warrior claims ownership of him. There are other prisoners, including one without a leg. It soon becomes clear that these people are cannibals, and that they intend to eat the prisoners. The tribe's shaman even treats Riku's wound to keep him alive longer. The prisoner's other leg is also amputated with Riku's sword, while others are tortured, mutilated, and forced to drink their own blood. Riku realizes he is trapped in a veritable hell. After being forced to drink from a horn, his consciousness fades and he sees his children again, who demand 50 human heads. Accepting this vision, Riku suddenly speaks, shocking the cannibals and declaring that the heads on their shoulders belong to him. Thanks to his training, Riku quickly kills the guards. Still confused, he explores the cave and discovers huge piles of human skulls. Meanwhile, the tribe of cannibals celebrates a ritual. They pass command to the chief's son, who now wields Riku's samurai sword. The prisoner, who has only one limb left, is prepared as a ritual meal for the group of cannibals. Before dying, he looks at Riku, who is forced to witness the horrific act. Shortly after, a drunken native discovers what Riku has done. The new chief immediately orders the tribe to begin hunting. Armed with weapons made of bones, the cannibals rush to the shore of the island, the same place where they found the Japanese warrior, unaware that Riku is watching them. One by one, Riku stealthily kills them. At one point, Riku attacks 3 enemies at once and effortlessly eliminates them. A larger group is found in an open field. Riku kills 2 of them with a bow, forcing the others to hide in the tall grass. An indigenous man attempts to approach, but is struck by an arrow straight through the eye. As the group retreats, 2 more warriors are killed. Even as he moves across the battlefield, Riku continues to write his haiku, reflecting on his past. Once he has collected the heads of his enemies, he finds no pleasure in seeing their decomposing remains. Shortly after, the shaman sees a motionless figure in front of him. In reality, Riku has set a trap. He has lit several fires to create thick smoke and armed himself with a sharp wooden spear. Moving through the smoke, the skilled Japanese warrior eliminates the natives with surprising ease. Terrified, the shaman returns to the tribe leader, who looks at another haiku that Riku has left for them. The message is clear: Riku has found them, and now they fear him. Screaming in panic, the tribe rushes toward the smoke, calling Riku a demon. Meanwhile, Riku waits for them on the shore, where he finds a samurai sword washed ashore by the tide. Holding the weapon in his hand, he reflects on how much he misses his family. The chief removes his mask and orders his men to attack, while he stays behind. The cannibals rush at Riku, but their death is inevitable now that Riku wields a katana. Even their attempts to kill him from a distance with spears fail completely. Riku kills the cannibals with a smile on his face. For the first time in a long time, life seems worth living again. Instead of waiting, the samurai lunges at the remaining savages, wanting to reach the tribe's chief. The tribe's chief sends his strongest warrior, a madman who attacks Riku on all fours. He dodges the katana, while another warrior even bites the katana. This diversion gives the madman enough time to strike Riku several times. Other enemies grab Riku by the arms, but he breaks free and stabs the madman's wife in front of him. The warrior attacks again, jumping around him like a monkey. Finally, Riku grabs his leg and cuts his Achilles tendon. Even though he is paralyzed, the warrior continues to fight. Riku wounds him repeatedly and eventually kills him, only to be struck from behind with a club. The chief orders the shaman to fight, stating that he is a legendary warrior. At this point, an exhausted Riku begins to walk towards the chief. The shaman acknowledges that he always knew Riku was special. The shaman removes his necklace and wields his fighting staff. Although small in stature, the shaman proves to be quick and agile, much more dangerous than the others. He keeps Riku at bay, skillfully controlling the distance with his staff. But with a single leap, Riku shatters the staff. The shaman then grabs the sword with his bare hands, delaying the inevitable for only a moment, but Riku slashes his stomach and then cuts his throat. Now there is no one left for the tribe leader to hide behind. He wields a huge bone axe and challenges Riku to take back his sword. The powerful chief strips off everything that is unnecessary and attacks. This last opponent is strong and relentless. He throws sand in Riku's eyes and wounds him several times. A powerful blow with the axe sends the samurai flying, but Riku refuses to give up and wounds the savage's leg. The battle continues, and the broken sword is thrown into the air. However, Riku grabs it and strikes the chief again. Wielding two blades, he pushes his enemy towards the sea, but the chief defends himself desperately. He pushes Riku into the water and begins to drown him. On the verge of death, Riku sees his wife dancing in front of him again. Drawing strength from the vision, he breaks free and stabs the chief in the head with his sword. In a single day, the lone samurai has wiped out the entire tribe of cannibals. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.